Welcome back, everybody, to Rock Resurgence Radio. My name is Chad, your host on this crazy fucking train we're riding. Thank you for being here. Today we are going to talk about Mötley Crüe and an article that Loudwire did way back in the day, 2014, I think it was. But that's okay. Anything after 2014 that Mötley Crüe has released is probably not going to make the list anyway. And the list is the top 10 best Mötley Crüe songs. So I'm going to give you their list, and then I'm going to give you my list and see what you think and see which list is better in your opinion. Maybe you want to give me your list. That would be cool as well. Coming in at number 10, we have on the Loudwire side, we have Looks That Kill from the 1983 Shout at the Devil album. This is what they say. We're kicking off this list with pretty high-profile Mötley Crüe tune, which is only an indicator of what's to come, showcasing one of the band's sleaziest riffs across their catalog. Looks That Kill is mid-tempo stomper that has been fan favorite since 1983. The backing gang vocals are present, setting the band up for an indomitable live song to engage with the crowd with. Though the band is talking about women, we're sure enough fans have spun this around to refer to the band as well. Their number 10 is Looks That Kill. Number 10, I put Home Sweet Home off of Theater of Pain. And with a slash Looks That Kill. Because, I had to put Home Sweet Home on the fucking list because it was their power ballad that kind of inspired all power ballads. So that's why I picked that song and it made my list. It's not a hard rocker like I normally like, but I had to include it somewhere on the list, and 10 is where it landed. So number 9 on their list is Primal Scream, which came out on Decade of Decadence in 1991. They put after 5 massively successful albums in the 1980s, the Decade of Decadence Greatest Hits compilation packaged the band's best to wrap up the year. Of course, an angle was needed to sell a package of songs people already owned, so a previously unreleased track called Primal Scream became enough reason for fans to pick this up. The song begins with some dogs growling that gives way to an unmistakable Crüe riffing to carry them into the 90s. At number 9, I'm just going to give you mine. At number 9, I have Girls, Girls, Girls. And, I had to mix it up a little bit because if I really picked my top 10 Mötley Crüe songs, most of them would come off the first 2 albums and the 94 album, to be honest. So I'm trying to get some, I tried to look at each album and pick one song at least that I really liked off that album. And Girls, Girls, Girls was it for me. I liked it because, it talked about strippers and going to all these strip joints. And when it came out, that was cool to me, man. That was cool. I couldn't wait to get to the strip clubs and turn 21 and go to the strip clubs. So Girls, Girls, Girls came in at number 9 for me. Okay, on to their number 8. Their number 8 is Too Young to Fall in Love off of Shout at the Devil. With their sophomore album, Mötley Crüe still had a shred of innocence left to them before going on a rampage of debauchery that would define their career. Too Young to Fall in Love takes a flip side of their usual approach to the spoils of rock stardom. Rather than glamorizing how many women they bed, they take a bashful approach to love and realize it's a sacred thing that could not be appreciated at their age. Great song. My number 8 is Power to the Music off their 1994 album with John Corabi. So this song starts off the album and it fucking kills. It just kicks royal ass. There's no other way to state this. We didn't know what to expect, right? So we didn't know what it was going to sound like. Was it going to sound like the same old Mötley Crüe, just with a different singer? Fuck no. They said, let's put the fucking pedal to the metal and show you what we're capable of. And that's what they did on the 94 album with John Crabbe. They kicked it down, pedal to the metal, and killed. They were heavier than they ever were. And it was fucking awesome. I love it. Okay, number 7. Number 7 on their list is Girls, Girls, Girls. If there was one song title that truly defines Mötley Crüe, it's Girls, Girls, Girls. By this point in their career, the boys were running wild across the globe, playing to hundreds of thousands of screaming fans, many being the female persuasion. A motorcycle revs its engine and begin this song, tying things in with this album cover. The lyrics start off with imagery of what makes the band such bad boys as they cruise through town to their favorite clubs. Great song. It's already been on my list. It was only number 9 on my list. I'll give you my number 7 is Dr. Feelgood, the title track off the 1989 album Dr. Feelgood. And the reason I went with this song, or one of the reasons I went with this song, is because this came out in 1989, and I was super amped for the new Mötley Crüe. And it came out, and they released this single first, I'm almost positive, because this is the song I heard first. And it was just kind of heavy and a little different, and those drums were huge, and it had a cool riff, and I was like, holy fuck, this is pretty good. So I was pretty excited. They released the song earlier, so I had to wait for the album, and I was just couldn't wait. But Dr. Feelgood just kicks ass. It's not as heavy as, what I just talked about, but at that point, that, just it was heavy. So I liked it. I liked it a lot. That's why I put it on the list, and that was my number 7. On to number 6. Loudwire comes with Livewire off of 1981, Too Fast for Love. They say Too Fast for Love is raw and aggressive slab of music that came out in 1981. The album opener, Livewire, has been a live staple because of its bouncing, high energy and ability to relate to the crowd a bit more than some of their other subject matter. While traditional metal was really taking hold, Crüe took a firm hold of what came to be the glam scene and kicking things off right as the dirty riffing here paved the way for countless bands. Great pick. My number 6 is off the same album, but it's not Livewire. It's On With The Show. I could have picked so many songs off this album, but today it was On With The Show. On With The Show is just a super catchy song, and it's kind of, I know Chris and I talked about this, the way Mick played on this, he did like he's playing an acoustic and picking each string, but he's doing it in super distortion. So it sounds really fucking cool. And On With The Show, going on with the show, come on, baby. This album, so good. So good. I can't say much more about it. On With The Show. It's fucking awesome. Go check it out. Number 5, Shout at the Devil. The title track from the 1983 Shout at the Devil follows an introductory track with a steady kick that leads the shout chant and gives an immediate arena feel to the music. Choruses don't always begin a song, but when they do, it can't be beat. The verse on the song is noted for strange high notes Vince Neil hits and is always impressive live. The guitar playing is simple yet effective, as always, with that smoke a cigarette by a gutter feel. Smoke a cigarette by the gutter feel. Also, shout out the devil. What can I say? That is Loudwire's pick at number 5. My number 5 is Kickstart My Heart. Kickstart My Heart is another one off of Dr. Feelgood's 1989 album. And that beginning, I mean, it just fucking pumps you up. I was like, holy shit. I don't know what else to say. And, you know, it's about Nikki Sixx having died of an overdose and getting his heart kickstarted to bring him back to life. And so that's a pretty significant song, if you ask me. I mean, you're a fucking bass player and co-writer and co-founder, and you're writer of most of your lyrics and songs, dies. And they fucking kickstart his heart and get him going. Dude, that's got to be on the list. I got it at number 5. On to number 4 on the Loudwire list is Dr. Feelgood. We've already talked about it. It was on my list already, but I'll read what they put. The title track to Mötley Crüe's biggest selling album is one heavy tune. The thunderous bass lines and chugging guitar pummel eardrums within seconds. Dr. Feelgood is a term the band used to describe one of their many drugs of choice, heroin. The lyrics don't particularly glamorize the drug aside from the slang term itself, which is good because of just how catchy this damn song is. I agree. That's why it was on my list. I had it at number 7. Number 4 on my list is the aforementioned Shout at the Devil, off of 1984 Shout at the Devil album. Holy shit. You know, it has, in the beginning, you know, it has this kind of computerized voice talking at the beginning. In the beginning, good, over, you know, I mean, it just kind of creeped me out when I was young. And then it kicks into this dun, 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 and then it shout. Holy shit. When I heard this, I was fucking hooked and scared. Shout at the Devil is just a fucking anthem, and it will forever be played on every one of their shows. I'm most positive. It is so goddamn good, and it just gets you pumped up. That chanting, that yelling chorus, holy balls. Yeah, I didn't know what I was in for when I got this, and holy shit. To kick off the album with that freaky beginning and then jump into this fucking demonistic fucking chanting rock song. Holy balls. It was good and scary. That's why it's on my list. Number 4. Number 3, Home Sweet Home on Loudwire. Mötley Crüe's third album, Theater of Pain, saw the group take a step in a new direction as wildman Tommy Lee embraced the soft side on this track, sitting on a bench behind a piano instead of his usual seat behind the drums. Home Sweet Home is a power ballad and the crown jewel of the album, reflecting on the rigors of touring and the relief of going home. Even when you have as much fun as Crüe did on tour, there's nothing like home. That's a very good analogy, and that's a good way to say that. So I mean, it had to be on the list because I mean the lyrics are fucking good too. I've never been on the road. I can't imagine what it would be like. You know, it'd be fun when you're in your 20s, but when you're in your 60s, holy shit, how do they keep going? Man, is there just Viagra for life? I don't know. Anyways, good pick. Number 3 for them, Home Sweet Home. Number 3 for me is off of the debut album, and the song is Loudwire. They already had it on their list. I got it a little bit higher. Loudwire just kicks off Too Fast for Love. Oh my God. It's another one. I mean, holy shit, do they know how to start off an album with that, with this one, and then Shout at the Devil on the next one. Holy shit. Mötley Crüe knew what they were doing when they were young. That one just gets me pumped up every freaking time I hear it. And I love it. It's great. It's just, like I said, I could have picked, the whole 10 could have been off the first and second album and maybe the 94 album, and I'd have been happy. Those two are my favorite. 94 is my third favorite. So, anyways, Loudwire, number 3 for me. We'll go on to number 2 for them. It is Wild Side off of Girls, Girls, Girls from 1987. And what they say is Wild Side is one of the most in-your-face songs the band has written. The track conveys the utmost attitude from the conviction of Neil's voice with vivid lyrics to the all-out savage riff assault. The band is inviting fans to take a step into their life, which has been dubbed the Wild Side. It is a life of excess to the furthest degree and certainly not for everyone. Crüe were the hardest partying band and showed that they meant business. Wild Side, good song. Take a walk in the wild side. Anyways, good song. Didn't make my list. Sorry. I like it. It's a good song, but there's only 10 spots, so I didn't make it. My number 2 was a previous song on Loudwire's list, and that is Primal Scream off of Decade for Decadence. The article did a pretty good job of explaining it. It came out on Decade of Decadence, which is the greatest hits, and, Mötley Crüe is famous for fucking greatest hits. I think they got 10 greatest hits albums. They don't have that many hits. It's just rehashed and rehashed. And then they throw an extra song on there. Well, this song was worth the album purchase. Nicky's bass at the beginning just pounds. Oh my God, this is a good song. And should have been on a normal album. I mean, it really should have. I mean, I don't know what album it would go on. Not sure which album it would fit on, but it's definitely more closely related, I think, to their heavier stuff, their first 2 albums, than their other albums. But I don't know where it would fit, but it fits at number 2 on my list. We are on to number 1. Number 1 on their list, Kickstart My Heart. Here's what they wrote. Here we are at number 1 on our 10 best Mötley Crüe songs countdown, and how could it be anything but Kickstart My Heart? The song was written after Nicky Sixx's heroin overdose that he lived to tell about. As the story goes, Sixx was pronounced legally dead from an overdose, but the EMT in the ambulance was a Crüe fan and injected adrenaline straight into his heart, thus bringing the bassist back from the land of the dead. Instead of dialing things back, Sixx wrote with the song. Yep, that pretty much sums up Mötley Crüe for you. And there's a part in the movie where it's like, what was the movie? Nicky Sixx not dying on my watch, or something to that effect, and it was pretty funny. My wife got a kick out of that. So, Kickstart My Heart, great song. It's always on my list at number 5, so definitely deserves to be on there. And on to, I'm a terrible drummer. I'm no goddamn Tommy Lee, I'll tell you that for free. Anyways, number 1 on my list. I've told you a million times on this channel. I think we've talked about it before, but Too Young to Fall in Love. I absolutely love this song. I love the guitar work in it. I love the song. I love the chorus. I just fucking think it's a fantastic song. The drums sound heavy as shit in this song. Oh, and then he goes, oh my God. That's good shit right there. I tell you what, that's good fucking shit. So, Too Young to Fall in Love, my number 1. So, to recap, We'll go down Loudwire's list. At number 1, they had Kickstart My Heart. Number 2, they had Wild Side. Number 3, Home Sweet Home. Number 4, Dr. Feelgood. Number 5, Shout at the Devil. Number 6, Livewire. Number 7, Girls, Girls, Girls. Number 8, Too Young to Fall in Love. Number 9, Primal Scream. And number 10, Looks That Kill. I went number 1, Too Young to Fall in Love. Number 2, Primal Scream. Number 3, Livewire. Number 4, Shout at the Devil. Number 5, Kickstart My Heart. Number 6, On with the Show. Number 7, Dr. Feelgood. Number 8, Power to the Music. Number 9, Girls, Girls, Girls. And number 10, Home Sweet Home / Looks Like Kill. I know I add an extra song in there, but I'm the fucking host. I can do that. Anyway, what do you guys think? What is your favorite song? Top 10 songs. Is there something I missed? Something they missed? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that bullshit. Love you guys. You are my resurgence. Don't forget it. That's it for this week's Rock Resurgence Radio. Keep the volume cranked, the fist pumping, and the spirit of rock and roll alive. We'll be back next week with more Sonic Mayhem. Until then, stay loud, stay proud, and keep fucking rocking. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really hope you enjoyed our content. If you did, please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. We'd greatly appreciate it. Links to everything we discussed will be included in episode notes. Feel free to check those out as well. Until next time, stay golden, Pony Boy, and rock on.